Hello everyone. So today we are going to see blocks in the PL SQL. In the previous video we have seen the introduction to PL SQL. If you didn't watch that video then please watch. I will give link of that video in the description. So let us see what are the blocks. So a block is a list of a set of statements which are compiled and executed by the Oracle as a single unit. PL SQL supporting the following two types, which are the anonymous block and sub block. So let us see what is the difference between anonymous block and sub block. So first difference is these anonymous blocks are unnamed blocks and the sub blocks are named blocks. Second difference is this block code is not saved in the database, but in the case of sub blocks this block's code is saved in the database. And the third difference is it cannot be reusable, but the sub blocks can be reusable. Fourth difference is every time compilation of code is happening with the anonymous block, but in the sub blocks pre-compiled code. That means first time compilation only happens. Fifth difference is these are using in database testing and subblocks are using in application development like Java, .NET and DB application. So let us see anonymous block. So these are the blocks in the PL SQL which contains the three more blocks. Those are what? First one is declaration block, second one is execution block and third one is exception block. So let us see what is declaration, execution block and exception block. So first one is declaration block. So this block start with the declare statement in which we can declare the variable cursor user defined exception, and it is optional block. And second block is execution block. So this block starts with what? Begin statement and ends with what? End statement. So implementing SQL statement and logical code of a program. So in the execution block what we write? The SQL statement and logical code of a program, and it is mandatory block. So the declaration block is optional block, but execution block is what? Mandatory block. And the third block is what? Exception block. So this block start with the exception statement and it is used for what? Handling the exception, and it is optional block. So declaration and exception block are optional, but execution block is mandatory. So what is the structure to write anonymous block? So first declare, and here we can declare the variable cursor user defined exception. Then begin, here we can write the SQL statement and PL SQL logical code. And third one is exception, here we can do exception handling, end and slash. So in the next video we will see how to define a variable in the PL SQL.